Flipping the classroom. What is the flipped classroom? The flipped classroom is a teaching and learning model that changes the delivery of information from teacher to student. It flips the traditional order of teaching. Instead of learning being teacher-centered, it now becomes student-centered. In a flipped classroom, students are introduced to new content via a video during a homework session. The student then comes to school the following day prepared using the newly acquired information in the classroom. If you look at the picture, you will notice that this is the traditional classroom. The students are sitting and being lectured. Whereas in the flip model, the students are sitting in a group or peers working together collaboratively on a common goal. What is a flipped classroom? The flip model turns a classroom from being teacher-centered to student-centered. This opens the door to more individualized teaching and learning. This additional time will influence student success and understanding. Students also take ownership of their learning, and they learn time management skills in the process. What is the teacher's role within the flipped classroom? Instead of the teacher standing in front of the class delivering the information, they now create or find specific curriculum outcome-oriented videos. The teacher posts these videos online through their school website or an online classroom site. Activities are created and prepared to challenge the students on their learning and comprehension for this video. The teacher is able to provide additional help to students in groups or as individuals for the majority of the class time. Time is also available for observations, interviews, or the teacher has time now to assess various student learning. What are the benefits of the flipped classroom? This area has been summed up into 4 major areas. First, student-centered. The student is able to practice and produce quality work that is led by themselves. Students are able to work at their own pace. They can pause, rewind, and refer back to the video or even replay it. Thirdly, students are able to work collaboratively within the flipped classroom model. They get to work with groups and their peers, leading to opportunities to learn from others. Students who require more assistance have this extra quality time available from their teacher. Students who grasp an understanding from the video are able to move on to more enriching activities where they use higher level thinking. Planning the flipped classroom. Like all areas in teaching and learning, being organized is crucial. First, gaining a knowledge of what is a flipped classroom through research, reading books and articles, watching videos, or conversing with flipped teachers. Utilize these ideas on how others use the flipped classroom and then incorporate them into your own teaching. Second, decide on the unit you will focus for your flipped model. In math, it could be on geometry or ratios. Language arts may involve how to write a descriptive paragraph, or social studies could be on types of culture. Thirdly, once the unit has been decided on, there should be some methods of data collected, using such as surveys, observations, and videos. This is important so that you determine if the flipped classroom was a success and something you want to use again. Next, you have the focus on technology that you will need to utilize. You could use a tablet or computer to create and record your videos. Then you need to host your videos somewhere online accessible for your students. Along with this, you need a platform for your students to respond to the video, discuss with fellow students, or where they can ask questions. Having permission from parents is very important since the students will be engaged in online activities. And then finally, you have to prepare the activities. This is no different from lesson planning or creating materials to be used in the classroom. Also, at the end of each lesson, you will have the students complete an exit card to check for understanding. Implementing the flipped model. There are 4 important areas. First, getting started. Creating the videos for your lesson is the key to your flipped classroom. These videos should be between 6 and 8 minutes. This could vary depending on the topic and the age of your student. The video should also be simple to follow and stick to one topic. These videos can be created using apps such as ShowMe or EduCreations, or if there's another method you have to use for capturing videos. Secondly, getting your students ready for the flip. You should do a practice session in class with your students. This will provide them with the expectations on how to view the video, as well as the opportunity to see ways you request them to respond through note-taking, questioning, or answering a question. This will help allow for a consistent flow and lead to success of the flipped model. Thirdly, understanding the flipped homework. 2 videos per week is suffice. You don't want to overbear your students. Students need to come back to class the next day with a response they have recorded in their flipped portfolio. They will have responded to a question, along with some students may have made notes or questions from their reflection. This can be then organized each night to ensure there is a connection between home and school. Finally, what does the flipped classroom look like? If anyone walked into your classroom during the flipped model, they will notice that students were working in groups, problem solving, having fun playing games, using manipulatives, utilizing technology such as handheld devices and computers. They will also notice that it's a very active classroom. Students will not be just sitting in their desks. They will be up and about, moving, sitting in groups, sitting on the floor. They will also notice that you will hear a meaningful conversation between the students on topic, since they now have prior knowledge from viewing the videos. You will also see the teacher working in small groups and with individual students, since this time is now made available since the teacher is not standing in front of the classroom doing the teaching. Lastly, there are things to consider within the flipped classroom. Preparing parents for the flipped classroom is very important. You could send home information about the flipped, along with possibly doing a presentation for the parents. Having home support is very important. Making sure there is home internet access. If there is no access at home, you have to provide those students with the opportunity to view the video in class prior to the activity lesson. This can be done by using a school computer or a tablet. Finally, setting up an online classroom prior to doing the flip is important. You, along with your students, need to be familiar with this platform. These online classrooms will be where your students will be interacting with you as the teacher or with other students. Programs such as Edmodo, Schoology, Moodle are a small number of online classrooms that can be used. Some teachers may use Google apps as well. Having your students engage in the online classroom prior to will make things run a lot smoother. I hope you enjoyed learning about the flipped classroom and how it can be integrated into your teaching. It is very important to do the research about the flipped classroom. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and you have gained some insight about the flipped classroom.